How does it go again?
I don't remember. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel.
My channel. No, but how this go again?
Yo, I need a pedicure,
I'm
bro.
gonna listen to this something. Hi everybody, my name is Tiana.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is WongaGyal, the podcast. Welcome to a new episode. It's episode 5. Who would have thought
It's 5?
we've made it all this
Wow.
way to episode 5?
Feels like just yesterday we launched the first episode.
Yeah. So guys, we are looking for a new tagline still. So please, if you have a tagline that you feel would make sense to start it off, please share. Cause bite, tear, chew and swallow, not really. It not resonating with the fans, you know. But yes, so that's our main problem right now. But thank you guys for sticking it with us for
The continuous support.
and like for 5 episodes. That's crazy. That's 10 weeks.
Wow, yeah.
That's 10 weeks.
I can't believe it was 10 weeks ago that we had the first one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Damn.
It's very strange to me. But you know, here we are doing a damn thing.
So, guys, I realized that for, I think, the last 3 episodes, we've been spitting a lot of facts with the people. It's a lot of overrun of information and a lot to process. And I just kind of want this episode to be a little bit more laid back. Big disclaimer, if you're hungry, go get some for you right now because it's not going to be good for you with this episode, with the things that we're going to talk about.
Yes, I actually have been hearing that a lot. My boss was just like, how am I supposed to listen to this
Everybody tell me I'm have to eat before.
when I'm trying to watch my figure? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm very sorry.
All right, so what inspired my idea for this episode? So the other day, I wasn't feeling so well, and I wasn't sure if it was like a belly problem or if it was emotional problems or stress. I don't know. I just didn't really have much of an appetite to eat anything, and you know, when lunchtime came around, obviously I was hungry, but I was at one of my friend's house and we're trying to, you know, make a decision about lunch, and we decided that we're just gonna have something very small and light, and I had a shrimp salad. And for some reason, it changed my entire day. It just turned things around, and I just so quickly I felt better, and it got, you know, I started to think just how powerful food is in our lives. I know apart from the obvious, you know, nourishing to our bodies and what it does for us health wise, I feel like food also affects us emotionally as well.
For sure.
So I did some research, and pretty much what it yielded was that there wasn't enough evidence to concretely say that food can alter emotions. However, there was a basis that could prompt further research into it, because there's something to be said about, you know, how the two variables play a role. So today I just wanted to talk about how, you know, we have like our individual and personal experiences with food, and how when you think about it, your entire life really revolve around it on a daily basis. And we as Jamaicans especially, it's always based on the kind of mood that you're in for the day. Is, Jano, you know, so I feel like I want to eat something nice today, or I feel for something nice. And just how what determines what we eat is not always out of convenience, but you know, our cravings rely on just how we're feeling on a specific day or just space that we're in. I realize personally that whenever I feel like if the place cold and rain or fall, I start craving something hot to eat in the middle of the day. And you know, obviously food is hot, but what I mean is I want
like
a bowl
a
of soup
or something.
yeah, and so I want us to just kind of touch a little bit on that, as well as how people consider food to be comforting, because you know, everybody has their personal preference for what they describe as comfort food,
Right.
and just how food can either, you know, turn your day around, either from being bad or just, you know, amplify it when it's already good. So first of all, if you're in a certain type of mood, whether you're happy or you're sad or you're feeling sick, then you automatically think about what it is that you're going to eat, because everybody eats on a daily basis. So Tiana, when it is cold outside, not snowing necessarily, but the rain a fall the whole day, from you wake up the sun barely peek out, but you have to go work today regardless, it's a regular day, what is the thing that always come to your mind for you to eat, and where is like your favorite place to get that one thing from?
You know, funny enough, I think, well, just from what I noticed, like, I don't think I'm one of those people that temperature really affects what I want to eat.
Really?
Because I don't, like, it will be hot and I still want a cup of Milo. And it will be cold and I will still eat ice cream. Like, I'm not, and it's not, I feel like I can't recall ever feeling, like, ever having it being raining outside or something and thinking, oh God, let me go drink a cup of tea. Or let me, like, if it raining, I will still go to Starbucks and I will still buy the iced matcha green tea latte. Like, I don't know. And I actually don't know why that is. But there are, like, a few things that on any given day, if you were to buy it for me, I would feel happy. One of those things is the iced matcha green tea latte from Starbucks. Yeah, I feel like, but it's also, like, dependent on, I guess, just, I don't even know how to describe it, because, like, just that feeling for certain things. Like, some days I will really feel for KFC, and I'll be like, yeah, like, KFC would have just brightened my mood right now. And then other days I just have my taste buds have no desire for it. So it's weird. The idea of comfort food is weird, because it just, for me at least, it changes.
No, but I agree, because I have so many different things that I consider to be my personal choice for comfort food, and none of them are relating. And on a certain day where I feel like I need some form of comfort food, I don't know which one I'm going to crave. Yeah. So if anybody asks, my belly rule me. At the end of the day,
my belly rule
me to the point where if I have an entire day set out to run errands, I go and make sure I go to a certain place at a certain time, because I know it's close to the food stop I want on that day around lunchtime. So my belly definitely determines everything about me. And just like how you say the drink from Starbucks will make your day regardless of the kind of day you're having. Yeah. I feel the same way about the jerk chicken spring rolls from Jackson Records. I will be in whatever mood, and if you bring that to me, then baby, you got me. Like, it's one of my favorite things in the world.
The jerk chicken spring rolls
But it still come back to the same thing about how food can make you feel emotionally, and it has nothing to do with, like, nourishments for your body and health-wise. When you think about it this way, look how many people we know are lactose intolerant. But but there's nothing to them like some pasta from CPJ.
Jesus!
There's nothing to them like pasta, and it will never stop. And it's not, that has nothing to do with nourishments for them. As a matter of fact, it is bad for them.
It just made them feel good.
It made them feel good, and it's just like what them love.
Yeah. It's one of, you know, when you bring up, like, your belly ruling you.
It really does. I'm sorry, no. Disclaimer, guys, but to any other men out there who are probably interested in me, food is the way to my heart, and the jerk chicken spring rolls can probably get you a little closer to it. Just putting that out there.
No, like, it's a problem. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I lie in bed at night and I'm just like, do I have a problem? Oh, because I am literally sitting here thinking about what I'm going to eat when I go on the road tomorrow, and finding a reason to get up and wake up. Like, I'll be like, I have to wake up at this time because I know I want to get Burger King breakfast tomorrow morning, or I want to go down to Halfway Tree, so let me think of what I'm gonna eat when I get down to Halfway Tree
or
for lunch.
Something to the downtown because I want to go Hero Circle, go buy soup.
Like, you know, in my mind, I feel like there is and this may be a very bad thing, it may be a good thing, it may be a normal thing, I don't know, but I just feel like, as Ashley said, my belly just rule me. And it's not my belly rule me in the fact that, like, I can't stop eating food. It's more of, I just really and truly take the planning of my food seriously.
Yeah.
Because, and I guess part of that comes down to, like, as Ashley said, food really does affect your mood, your emotions, how you interact with people. I can tell you, when I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Yep.
Don't talk to me, because it's problems. So I guess for me, like knowing, and funny enough, Bradley and I,
her boyfriend,
my boyfriend, we have an issue every single day. Every single day at around 4 or 5 o'clock
to decide dinner.
We're having an issue about what we're going to eat for dinner. And it's been even worse now because of curfew. Curfew is at 8, so everywhere closes around 6.
Yeah, 6.
So it's like by 5 o'clock, it's like a scramble to figure out what you want to eat. And he said to me the other day, he was like, why don't we just, on Sunday, think about what we're going to eat for dinner every day so that we're not having a conference at the end of every day.
It can't work because you don't know on Sunday how you're going to feel on Wednesday.
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and say something to him afterwards because that can't work.
It's just, I mean, yeah, I guess it would make things easier, but like sometimes I just don't feel for certain things.
No, and then with that, you're really actually just eating for eating's sake. And I'm never in support of that. You're supposed to eat what you want because of the fact that it can change your mood so much.
Yeah.
And I think when people move away from eating just because it's, you know, you have to maintain a diet and all of that, it can really put them in a very funny space. You'd be surprised how many people are just always angry and miserable all the time. And as soon as them get something nice to eat, it's like a whole new person.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I said the whole thing about my belly ruling me. And as you say, it's not just because I can't stop eat, but sometimes I worry about it because I'll get cravings. Like I say, I'll wake up in the morning and say, yo, I feel like I would eat some KFC today. And on my way to KFC, I say, yes, I know what I'm going to order. And you say, if I go in KFC and I don't get the order that I want,
You're vexed.
I'm vexed for the next 2-3 days.
Vexed.
I'm so upset because I have this set in my head. And I was scrambling to find out if there's anything else in my life that put me in the kind of mood. And I can't. When I'm disappointed by food, is the biggest form of disappointment I ever encounter.
Yeah,
and then on the flip side, you ever crave something bad. And when you finally get it, it tastes bad?
Yeah. It just don't live up to it.
let me
I was
tell you-
going to say, as much as not getting what you want is disappointing, I think what's even more disappointing is finally getting what you want and being disappointed in that.
Girl, let me tell you, I think I wanted must a shrimp yesterday or the day, but I don't remember. And I got curry shrimp with like this nice garlic mashed potato kind of thing that they did. I'll tell you the place afterwards where I got it. And I'm only saying that because I was kind of disappointed in the meal. And may I crave it, and my aunt called and said, yo, they have this here. I'm going to order you some food. Run, go pick it up. This time I reach home and I taste all the shrimp salty. You know, some of them bed vex. I went to bed upset because I wanted the shrimp so bad. I finally got it. And it tastes terrible.
Yeah.
And I feel like I woke up this morning upset again, or just still upset, you know. And I would really love to hear from the people who listen to us if they are so affected by food as much, because I do know people who eat just for eating's sake, and they've conditioned their mind to say, yo, I'm going to have this certain diet either because, you know, of, you know, the way they want to look physically or health reasons. But I feel like those people are not affected by anything as significantly, because they've, you know, let's say for years you have the same diet. Going out of it is really just not your MO. So you don't have that kind of pull towards certain things. You know what I mean? So inevitably you're not going to be affected by either not having it or getting it, and it's disappointing.
So so like how you bring up the thing about being like people who eat certain foods because of how they want to look or something like that. It's weird for me because, I mean, I will admit I've gotten very lax with what I put in my body these days. And I think it's because work is stressing me out. And so it comes back to the whole comfort food. It's like you want some comfort at the end of the day after you go through a 9 to 5 of stress. But I remember when I was in high school, and I used to take dieting very seriously. Like throughout all of high school, I was very, very serious about what I used to eat and stuff. But what I find let me tell you. So my high school, right? This was my day in high school. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd have a Dole cup, like, you know, the liquor fruit cup.
Yeah.
But And guys, don't judge me. We'll have a whole other episode on body image
and food.
To come later on. But it's the reality of the situation. I was a teenager, and you know how the thing goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to wake up and I used to eat a Dole fruit cup, but I used to drain out the syrup because I figured that the syrup was the sugary part and the part that was filled with calories. So I literally only had one Dole fruit cup is 70 calories, and I'm sure I reduced that to down by at least 50 by just draining out the syrup.
Okay.
That was my frame of thought. But I enjoyed that fruit cup every morning. It never felt like a chore to have the fruit cup. Mind you, after a while I did get tired of the fruit cup, and that's why I stopped having the fruit cup. But it was like I was like, this nice every morning. And I'm also one of those people who don't really eat breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So having that very small, just something to hold me over. And we're at Campion, and the first break was what, like 10:15, 10:20. So I was eating lunch at 10:20, right? So by the time 10:20 roll around, maybe sometimes I'd have a cup of tea in between when I'd got to school. But by the time 10:20 roll around, I remember I used to go and I used to order a box lunch, no rice. I would get the box lunch with the rolls because it's hot dog roll them used to put in there, and I know I never liked the hot dog roll, so I wouldn't eat the hot dog roll. And I'd get the fried chicken and the vegetable. But I look forward to that fried chicken every single day. Like, I would wake up and I would be like, yes, going to school today because I know I'm going to have some fried chicken. Like, it was, I don't think you understand. I think I enjoyed school so much because of the fried chicken. Big up.
No, but Campion Canteen shop.
Big up Campion Canteen.
The Cafeteria.
Big up Campion Cafeteria, and we can even have a whole other podcast about.
We should. I think they deserve it.
One day,
they deserve
because when I tell you how my nutritional value, my nutritional needs at Campion were met in more ways than one, and it was just So even during that time when it was like, in hindsight, I was really depriving myself of food and of calorific value, but it's not like I wasn't enjoying the food that I was eating, even though it was a little bit. I agree. I was still really enjoying the food. You know, so it's like...
But that brings me back, it comes back to the same point as I've been making. It's not always about what it does for you. Yes, to an extent, but you enjoyed it because you love fried chicken, or you love that specific fried chicken. And maybe it was pretty much the same for me, but more when I started working... I used to just, as soon as I start working in the morning, I started thinking, yo, what am I going to have
for lunch today?
Yes. And you get so excited to go out for lunch. Yeah. And I used to say, Jano, I'm craving some fried chicken, so I have to go Lorna's. I'm going to know how the lines stay at Lorna's. I'm going to know what time I need to go. And as a matter of fact, I used to go Lorna's so often. I know this one guy who's one of the servers there. Oh God, I love him so much. The man used to give me the best piece of the leg and thigh, and he used to know say, oh, I don't want the vegetable, but I want the plantain and the macaroni salad. And it was just one of those things that no matter what kind of day I started out with at work, this when I get the fried chicken, nothing else don't matter. Yeah. Nothing else matters. And it don't matter if the fried chicken too oily or if it have too much calories. At the end of the day, I just know I get some fried chicken, and it's wonderful. So that brings me to my next point. A lot of people, when they think about comfort food, or when they say to themselves, I know how to eat something nice, is either one, it's because it tastes really good to them, or two, it makes them very full. And it full your belly to the point where the only thing you can do is go lay down and sleep. And I'm just going to name those things for you guys, or what, I consider to be my form of comfort food is I love spaghetti and meatballs. I know you're not really into it, but I don't agree. Yeah, I love spaghetti and meatballs. Like, it just... I don't know, like I love the mixture of the beef and the pork meatball, and you stuff like some mozzarella cheese in the middle of it, and the spaghetti sauce. And
I mean, yes, it sounds good, and I would have it, but
for you, but that's the thing. That's why I said food is personal. Day? Like no, definitely I wouldn't have that every day. That would be too much. But that's when I think about something that I just want to make me full, is either that, or I don't know if anybody gonna judge me for this, but I absolutely love ackee and corn pork with roast breadfruit, fried plantain,
Why would anybody
avocado.
judge you for that?
Like, when I say it, but I have to have all of it all at once on the plate. Like, that's the combination that's going to make me feel good, and then possibly complement it with a cup of chocolate tea. Not hot chocolate, chocolate tea. Like, these are the little things it just make me happy. And like, if it's one thing I have to rate my father for, if I get up today and say, yo, daddy, so I could have killed for some ackee and corn pork. If I go Lindsay this weekend, I know say it's going to be there for me, And it's not just me looking forward to going to Lindsay and see my parents, but it's me looking forward to the food. And it's a fact that the food can just make me, it can make or break me, because if somebody promised me the ackee and corn pork and I don't get it, I go vex. Yeah, the comfort food can either be something that you love really, a lot because it tastes good, or it just make you full to the point where you just go lay down and sleep. And I think my food for that makes me really full and makes me sleep is dim sum. I've been craving dim sums for a week, by the way. Can we go this weekend?
I wouldn't mind going.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like the more I sit and think about it, is the more that I feel like I can't even really identify a comfort food for myself, because there are just so many things that I like, but I don't really crave them all the time. But when I do,
no, I don't think it's an all the time craving, but you can identify that craving separate from any other craving that you would want.
I don't know. I don't even know. I can't tell you what I crave. I feel like I have more craving. Like, I'll have consistent cravings.
Okay.
Rather than necessarily comfort food. But that's just me. Like, how I feel. Like, that's how I feel about it. As I'm, classifying them in my mind. Like, there's certain things, I will just crave out of nowhere, like the thing from Starbucks, or I will crave dim sum. Currently, I'm craving a seaweed salad from East Japanese.
Ooh.
The other day, I was craving the blackened chicken Alfredo from TGI Fridays, which I did have for my dinner on Sunday. But I don't eat that often. I don't eat that often.
I feel like I've never even heard you mention
exactly
the chicken from TGI.
But every now and again, I will just feel for one. Every now and again, I will feel for a TGI burger. And I just feel like I have to have a TGI burger. And if I don't get the TGI... You can't ask Bradley. There are so many times I'll get vexed with him because I'll be like, can we go to TGI? And he's like,
no,
I'm not dressed. I don't care. My stomach does not care if you're dressed or not. I want my blackened chicken Alfredo. But... And
that's all it is.
And some days I'll feel for barbecue wings, and then some days I'm just I don't really want any KFC, but I feel like I have to because it's the only thing that's open, and I don't really want to go, but I don't know what else. So I feel like I have, rather than comfort food, for me, I feel like I have just very strange cravings at very strange times, and it's very unpredictable because... I'll just never know. I will just wake up and there's a urge to go and get a fried ice cream. And it's I think my thirst can't quench until I get fried ice cream.
When I realized that cravings were so real, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of sushi. I've had it once or twice, out of choice because it don't make me as excited as everybody else. And one day I'm going to get up and I'm say, I would have loved some deep fried sushi. By the way, I was on
that is very strange.
I went through a period where I just wanted to deep fry every single thing, and I just wanted deep fried sushi, and I was like, why would I ever crave this? Because I don't even like sushi to begin with.
Yeah.
But the idea of it made me so excited to say there's a possibility of me going out to get deep fried sushi. But I agree with you to an extent where some people just don't have specific comfort foods, but you have cravings. And I think for me, I can always identify the craving versus a comfort food, because for the comfort food, my mood determines what I want. So I'll be in a certain state of mind, and I said, Jano, say if I had a long day at work, I just want that specific meal because I know for a fact it's going to take me out of the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Versus if I'm craving, don't determine it, but just wake up and want it.
No, but I guess that's the thing for me. It's I'll wake up and I'll be craving something. More likely than not, I'm not going to feel the craving the same day unless it's something super accessible. But this seafood salad, when am I going to reach down to East Jap? I don't know. But
is that why you're asking for the menu the other night?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I never went. By the way, hit me up if you need that East Jap menu. East Japanese send me the whole menu.
So you tell you have every
for
location.
all of the restaurants.
Oh my god. I like their the seafood platter thing that they do.
I've
The
never
bowl,
had that.
it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I'll wake up with that craving. I don't feed the craving initially, and then on those bad days, I'll use those bad days as an excuse to go and get the craving. Like on Sunday, I didn't have a very good day on Sunday. My Sunday was very stressful, and so it's like at the end of the day on Sunday, I said, you know, so I'm just gonna call TJ and go get my black and chicken Alfredo because I've been craving it for about 3 weeks now, and I'm just gonna go get it.
I mean, and when you think about it like that, if you have a bad day and you actually get the food that you've been craving, or you get that one meal that you know will turn your day around, it's at least one good thing about your day.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Sometimes when I crave Chinese food, I just want it to be greasy Chinese food because for some reason the grease make me happy, and I don't know if it's because it going to put me in like a super big food coma afterwards, but that's just how my body stay, and that's what the body wants, and that is something that's influenced, you know, by emotions. I mean, I think everybody is different when it comes on to their version of comfort food, because you'd be surprised some of the things that people find comfort in. Like, puts in the context of those Jamaicans living abroad, them would have killed for a patty, right? And us, we just don't, you know, place such emphasis on it. I love a patty. I know that feeling. Yeah, I used to have to. My sister and I, we wouldn't like have a complete Saturday until either one of us go to Sugar and Spice, go get a patty in the morning with a slice of cake or a cupcake.
Patty was a Saturday thing, like
up till last week Saturday, I had to go and get the patty. You know, like it's just a part of your day, and it makes me wonder if people realize that even though they make these decisions about food subconsciously, there's a part of you that really and truly go for something specific because of how it's going to make you feel. Not because it's going to make you full or give you energy for the rest of the day, but just because it's going to make you happy, you know?
Yeah. There are actually like studies that have been, you know, trying to look about if like greasy food does actually make you happy.
Really?
And there has been a study that was published, I think this is saying 2017, that did say that like they basically played sad music for people and then fed them foods that were high in saturated fat, and it actually did increase their serotonin. I think I'm
high in saturated fat.
Yeah, their serotonin and their dopamine levels. And so it's like, it's interesting because, you know, people will always say, oh, you mustn't eat greasy food, but like...
But if it gonna make me happy...
If it's something that's gonna make it... And this is one thing that I know as well from a long time. Like, I know that the explanation behind why people can become, like, addicted to sugar is because ingesting sugar releases dopamine.
Yeah, I know that.
And so sugar makes you happy. Like, literally, sugar makes you happy. And I guess foods high in saturated fat may also make you happy, not emotionally but biologically. So it makes you wonder, like, I don't know, it makes me question a lot of when studies like that come out, it makes me question a lot of what we know about food now. Especially, I feel like we as people need to realize too that, and we were talking about this in the episode about food culture, like it's dynamic, it changes with the way that people interact with their environment. And let's be real, 2020 has been stressful for everybody. I don't think there's a single soul on this planet that has not been even minutely affected by 2020, because it is a mess. Yesterday, TGI roof start
caved in, bro.
TGI
it's the biggest
was a pool.
tarp I've ever seen in my life on the roof currently.
So it's like, I feel like all of those things are happening. So you expect life to become drastically more difficult than it has been. You know, anxiety is going through the roof. All of these things are happening. But then you expect people to eat the same foods, and you expect people to look the same at the end of this crisis that we're undergoing. And it's like, at what point do you realize that it's scientifically, well, maybe not scientifically proven yet, but there is some studies that back claims that certain foods, whether they're good for you or not, because the same thing can be said about a plant-based diet,
Of course.
right? But whether it's good for you or not good for you, meaning like your retention of fat, it makes you happy. And I feel like we have to, well, my hope is that people get to a point where if they see that someone is, you know, maybe eating not the way that they know that they normally eat, it's because something else is going on in their life, and that's their natural reaction, you know?
Like for me, I think it's very, I'm glad you brought up the whole the thing about the pandemic now, because I've been seeing a lot of, you know, posts on social media, all those people who think they're mightier than thou, basically giving out think pieces about what they think people should or shouldn't be doing around this time. And they're like, oh, you have all this free time now because you're either working from home or you're working less hours. You should take the time out to get your body right and get your mind proper and start a business from the $2,000 that the government giving you. And I'm like, could you just give people a break, bro? Like, first of all, the gyms are like the worst places to be right now, regardless. So if you find that your outlet that, you know, takes you away from the madness going on, that, you know, eases your anxiety, why not do it? And if that medium is food, then go right ahead. Use it and make yourself happy, you know. Everything in moderation. But if you feel like you want to eat the entire jug of ice cream, I've done it before, and let me tell you, it makes you feel so good.
Well,
right?
I've never done that before.
Yeah, we're not gonna discuss why I did that. As a matter of fact, the other day I just wanted some deep fried Oreos, and I bought the entire pack of double stuffed Oreos, and I've deep fried all of them, and I just sat down and I ate the whole thing. And it just made me feel good. Is it good for me? I don't think so. But we're living in unprecedented times. So you should do everything that makes you happy.
Yeah. And I guess it comes full circle with the comfort food thing. Like, if there's something that's going to make you happy in times of, you know, anxiety and sadness and depressive episodes, then why not just indulge? I feel like it's okay to indulge.
It's okay to indulge.
My God, I hope I can raise my child letting them know that, like, it is okay.
I agree.
To just be and live life and just enjoy it. Eating good food that, you know, makes you happy, because, hey, food does make people happy.
And you know how I know that we're not alone with how we think about food and, you know, different moods. You realize that when you watch those, you know, those little corny rom-coms, that every time somebody gets broken up with, or, you know, whatever stress they have in a relationship, them go eat some ice cream or go get like a big chunk of chocolate cake, and it's just, it doesn't solve your problems, but it takes care of one, which is hunger.
And it just makes you feel good in that moment. Like, honestly, sometimes you just need one win. And that win could just be an extra release of dopamine in your body.
I get it from food. I just want to know what kind of happiness them put in a jerk chicken spring rolls. That's all. It's a different, let me tell you, no matter what kind of day I'm having, if I first of all, I'm always craving those spring rolls. Like, at the back of my mind, it's just, if I can't decide what to eat on a specific day, something in my ears just say, you know, so you can call Trucks and Records and just get the spring rolls, right? And I will just indulge the voice and go and get them.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things for me where if somebody say, what you feel like eat? If you for something nice, the first thing I go say is the spring rolls. Tracks, if you want an ambassador, I'm sitting right here, because something about the spring rolls just make me so happy.
Again, you're saying, would you like to...
You're saying St.
Like
Leo Bolt.
I guess we can talk about Olympian or eating habits, you know.
We can talk about what you ate when you were growing up that made you so fast.
We're here.
And we're also here to
tell you a story.
To test anything new you guys are adding to the menu.
That is true.
If you guys want to switch the recipe for the spring rolls, we're also there. Yeah, you guys did something good when you added those fried plantains. But yeah, I think we share the same view on the spring rolls.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, you know, I guess the point of this is, guys, we're not encouraging you to fall into unhealthy habits, but also like take it easy on yourselves and
Indulge.
enjoy food for what it is, because why not? Like,
it's there for us to eat anyway.
It's there for us to enjoy and eat and indulge. So like, just why not? Like, jeez, like,
just allow yourself to make the food make you happy. That's all it is. And just if you're having a bad day, just go down to Tracks and ask them for the jerk chicken spring rolls and see if it don't change your life. Just all right, not even your life, but see if it don't change the rest of your day. Just try it out and let us know, you know.
It's so good.
Or whatever your vice is.
Yeah.
If it is that it's sushi, or if it's just Barbie fried chicken from Lorna's, then go right ahead. Yeah. We just want everybody to indulge and experience the happiness that we experience from diving into some of our favorite eats. So what was the tagline? Be adventurous. Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. Don't knock those jerk chicken spring rolls till you try it, because it's actually very good.
Eat what you grow and grow what you eat.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we should invite our new minister on the podcast.
We should.
Minister Floyd Green. You're next.
Let us know, what are your comfort foods? What are your weird cravings? As always, follow us on Instagram at WongaGyal. Like and subscribe
on YouTube.
WongaGyal as well. And
remember to stay corona free. Wear your mask. Avoid men.
Yes.
That's mouths, eyes, and nose.
Other places.
Wear your mask.
Wash your hands. Social distance and all
stop
them.
Make people foo-foo, son, take your feed. Why did I say that?
All right, it's time to go.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.